Famine, mass execution and labour camps. Russia under Stalin's rule was without a doubt one of the darkest periods of human history. So, when I heard that The Death of Stalin was going to be a comedy movie, well... The Death of Stalin is a political, satirical comedy written and directed by Armando Ianucci. This isn't his first time taking on similar subjects, and in fact, political satire is what he's best known for. The thick of it, In the Loop, and that pretty popular HBO show Veep, that's all him. The Death of Stalin follows the desperate power struggle of Stalin's inner circle after he drops dead in his office following a sudden stroke. Now, I'll keep the plot of the rest of the film spoiler free, but just remember that most of this did actually happen, and can I even spoil a real world event from about 55 years ago? There's a star-studded cast here with Steve Buscemi, Jason Isaacs, Jeffrey Tambor, Paddy Considine, and even Monty Python's Michael Palin, all with their own distinct take on real-world Soviets. The standout performance for me in this film was without a doubt Simon Russell Beale's spy master character Beria, who's equal parts loathsome, delusional, creepy, but still interesting. The film is actually based on a graphic novel of the same name, and in that, Beria is very much the main character. He's the most interesting, that's for sure. Quite a lot of the characters in the graphic novel can seem a little bit two-dimensional, but in the film, Ianucci's fleshed out characters like Khrushchev, and it makes for a little bit less of a one-horse race. The film's humour is almost entirely centred around careful dialogue between the party as they try to verbally trip each other up in a world where telling the wrong joke could mean treason and an execution. Every encounter seems like a carefully planned operation. Underneath all of that plotting though, most of the characters are mostly incompetent yes men, which is quite common in an Ianucci film. Like, he's got this ongoing theme where the leaders of governments and countries are nothing but cowards trying to fit into whatever party they need to, and they're normally seen toeing the line for job security, personal gain, or in this case it's simply survival. And despite being funny, the film never feels like it's glorifying the horrific events that happened during this time in history. And in fact, the film's portrayal of the Communist Party has really upset some people in Russia. The head of the Russian Nationalist Party said it was very clear that the film was part of an anti-Russian information war and was planned provocation. So take it from me, it's not all laughs. Even inside the film, there's a lot of very jarring moments that will be sure to hit a nerve with most of the audience, and this film is very much a drama as much as it is a comedy, especially the latter half. What does leave a bitter taste in your mouth after the film's over though is knowing that most of this absurdity you just witnessed was based on truth. The craziest parts of the story are true. I don't think for one second that this film's intended to make you think that the brutality of the Soviet Union was a joke. It's not making fun of people murdered under Stalin's rule. It's not using real horror to get a cheap laugh. It keeps the reality of some of these events intact, which is a mark of respect if anything. So it's not going to be for everybody, especially people that can't handle a little bit of painful truth with their laughs. But what I think the film does is almost mock the absurdity of the ridiculous situation you're watching, as well as laughing at the expense of these cruel, bumbling, and often pathetic people behind this period of history. So if you laugh, you take the power back, and really I think that's quite a beautiful thing. The Death of Stalin tells its story in a way that isn't overly contrived, it doesn't feel like it's trying to be too clever, and it doesn't go on for longer than it needs to. It's pretty much a tight film with a lot of interesting characters and a lot of focus on dialogue and funny moments that stem from that. So that was my review of The Death of Stalin. The film releases on Friday, which is the 20th of October, and if you're a fan of Armando Ianucci's work, it's very much what you expect from this. And hopefully after watching this video you've been given a little bit more information and you feel like you can go into this knowing a little bit more about it, and that's all I want to do really. So if you liked the video, be sure to leave me a comment, let me know how I did. Remember to leave a like if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you want. I'm quite new to YouTube, this is my second ever video, and I really appreciate the support. Until then, I'll see you guys next time. Cheers.